Hey guys, today on People Now, the Met Gala brings out the biggest stars and even bigger fashion. We are recapping all the looks that stole the show Monday night in New York City.
Plus, we're breaking down 3 celeb relationships that were confirmed on the Met Gala carpet.
And Kim Kardashian reveals what accessory Katy Perry flew from LA on her private plane to help Kim complete her Met Gala look.
Mama, I don't know what you're actually doing.
And Todd, Chrisley, and the family are here with all the scoop on the new season of Chrisley Knows Best.
It's all live today on People Now. Hey, happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to People Now, and welcome to my guest co-host, Megan Wright. Big round of applause here. Here we go. There's a couple people clapping.
Yes, a couple. Yes, thank you.
It's so good to have you here. And look, last night, the world's most fashionable took the red carpet for the 2018 Met Gala. We're loving it.
Yes, and we'll be recapping all the glam from the gala in just a little bit. But first, we want to know, what was your favorite look from fashion's biggest night? Let us know. Tweet us at People with the hashtag PeopleNow.
This isn't actually a really tough one. There were so many amazing looks, and we're going to check in with your answers in a little bit. We'll see some of last night's looks. But now let's dive into this. Crowns, crosses, and all the high fashion that you prayed for. Monday night's Met Gala was a religious experience for style saints everywhere, and the stars did not disappoint, bringing their A game for the heavenly bodies, fashion, and the Catholic imagination theme. That was the official theme of the night. Co-chair of the night, Rihanna, went all in on the Catholicism theme with her Pope-inspired dress, proving that Riri will forever own the Met Gala steps. I mean, my goodness, look at her. While Cardi B was queen, showing off her baby bump in a crystal-covered gown at her very first Met Gala, she looked amazing. Of course, the Kar-Jenner clan, they dressed to impress, some sticking to the theme, some doing their own thing, not surprisingly. But regardless, the reality TV family proved that they are fashion forces here to stay. And don't go anywhere, guys. We're talking all things Met Gala, including all those show-stopping headpieces and breaking down the most wow-worthy looks of the night. And by the way, lots of wow, they're officially a couple moments from last night, too. Hailey Baldwin and Shawn Mendes made it official. Baldwin rocking a custom off-the-shoulder look by Tommy Hilfiger and pink hair for a 4th consecutive Met Gala appearance, while Mendes wore a maroon suit for his Met debut. The pair have been romantically linked since late 2017, but they've been working to keep the relationship pretty under wraps, but now it's out there. Riverdale co-stars Lili Reinhart and Cole Sprouse have avoided officially confirming that they're together, but showed up side by side at the gala. Lili in a custom silver H&M dress and Cole looking dapper in a suit by Tom Brown. I think it's picture perfect there. They look great. And Katherine McPhee and David Foster also finally confirming their dating rumors. McPhee telling Entertainment Tonight that she and Foster were having a, quote, fun date night. McPhee looking stunning in a sheer blue dress complete with gold jewelry. David in a clean black suit. And Bradley Cooper and Arena Shayk have been together since 2015, but last night was their very first red carpet appearance together. Shayk wearing a gorgeous gold gown with a plunging crystal-covered bodice and a feathery tiered skirt with a high slit, while Cooper kept it classic and cool in a Tom Ford tuxedo. Cardi B poked some fun at her pregnant belly on Monday night's Met Gala red carpet with designer Jeremy Scott by her side. In a conversation with Entertainment Tonight, the designer explained that he was inspired by divinity, the Vatican, and religious icons like the Virgin Mary while designing Cardi's extravagantly beaded gown and headpiece, going on to call Cardi his new Virgin Mary queen. That's pretty high honor. When the reporter asked Cardi if she was feeling virginal on the red carpet, Cardi looked down at her growing baby bump and said, well, clearly I'm not. Love that. The rapper further explained that she wanted a dress that was, quote, very Catholic, something that you see in a Catholic church, because she's Catholic and she wanted her religion to be embraced by her outfit. Now, meanwhile, Scott estimated that his creation probably weighs around 45 to 50 pounds. Then Cardi corrected him, saying it weighs, quote, about 30 pounds plus baby. So there you go. And squad goals alert here. Are we still doing that? I guess so. Selena Gomez and Gigi Hadid, a.k.a. 2 members of Taylor Swift's infamous squad, were spotted together backstage. Photographers captured the sweet moment when the gal pals were seen hugging, catching up after separately walking the red carpet. Now, the girls both flew solo to Monday night's festivities, with Selena in a light, airy coach dress, Gigi sporting a sparkling Versace gown. Now, Selena also snapped a smiling pic with new mama Kylie Jenner, who walked her very first red carpet on Monday night with boyfriend Travis Scott. Selena and Kylie haven't been photographed together since 2014. It's been said that they had a falling out years ago, which was rumored to be Justin Bieber related. They never publicly commented on that drama, but it did seem like they drifted apart. So we're happy to see that they seem to be on good terms again, and we're able to reconnect there. And Megan, you have more for us in Star Treks today.
Yes, the stars descended upon New York City for the Met Gala and captured all the fun on social media in today's edition of Star Treks. Now, first up, Kim Kardashian West was living her her best life at the Met Gala on Monday night and shared the whole experience on, where else? Her Instagram story, of course. Kim naturally had to get some FaceTime in with Carrie Bradshaw herself. I love her. Sarah Jessica Parker. Both ladies served their best face while sneaking in a quick snap during all the night's festivities. And of course, Kim had to take the time to chat it up with legendary fashion designer Donatella Versace. I totally wish I could have been a fly on the wall, Jeremy, to hear what that conversation was
no
about.
doubt.
But that's not the only icon Kim spotted during the gala. Madonna completely shut down the venue, performing her classic hit, Like a Prayer, on the steps of the Great Hall. Take a look. And there's more. Kim got an epic selfie in with baby sister Kylie Jenner, Alex Rodriguez, and of course her idol J-Lo, everyone's idol. But look, J-Lo and SZA, who's of course a singer, got their dresses stuck together, but they definitely handled it like a couple of pros. I don't know what I would do. And Kim even danced the night away with mother Kris Jenner and a very pregnant Cardi B, captioning the moment. Jeremy, I'm gonna let you do this one. What does Cardi say?
Oh,
yes.
I got it. I got you. Oh,
a lot is going on with Kanye, so I am not surprised he did not attend the event, but he did manage to give his wife a shout out on Twitter, posting a picture of Kim with flame emojis all around. Now, Kim responded with a tweet of her own saying, quote, "Love you, babe. Wish you were here with me, but you're only finishing up 5 albums." That's it. Yeah, sounds like Kanye is super busy. Now, I'm glad she had a great time. And speaking of great times, Kylie Jenner and boyfriend Travis Scott stepped out for the ultimate date night at the Met Gala. Kylie sharing some super sweet snaps of the pair to her Instagram Monday night. Despite being together for over a year, Jeremy, this was actually the couple's first red carpet.
It's surprising.
Debut. Yeah. And what a debut it was, because they looked amazing. The new parents coordinated in all black outfits and looked so in love on fashion's biggest night. This was Travis's first time at the star-studded event and Kylie's third. It was also Kylie's first post-baby appearance. She's looking amazing on the red carpet, and she clearly has not missed a beat. Now, Kylie and Travis welcomed their daughter Stormi only 3 months ago. And I've got to say, Jeremy, baby Stormi definitely has some super fly parents.
I love the glasses.
Yeah, me too. Can't rock it like that, but I wish I could. Nick Jonas took the train to last night's most fashionable night. That is my kind of guy. There's the singer posted up at the 68th Street subway station in New York City, waiting for the Uptown 6 train. Once Jonas reached his stop, he promptly blended into the crowd of commuters exiting up the stairs, but it seems like a camera crew following him may have blown his cover. One bold fan followed Nick all the way up the stairs, where he seemingly boarded his real ride to the gala, an SUV with heavily tinted windows. Fans who missed out on all the action sounded off on Twitter. Lucero saying, "Why can't this happen when I'm on the subway?" I definitely feel you on that, girl. Twitter user Amanda also chimed in, tweeting, "Do you understand what I would have done if I saw Nick Jonas in a tux on the way to the Met?" I'm hoping that she would have just taken a selfie like the rest of us, but you never know. You never know.
Dangerous.
Yeah. And Jamie applauded the Jonas Brothers, saying, quote, "We love a humble man." You could say that again. Me too, Jamie. Me too. And Katy Perry may have dressed like an angel to attend the Met Gala, but she also was a real-life angel for fellow Met Gala attendee Kim K. Now, Kim, who is known for keeping her nails short, rocked some seriously long claws Monday night on the gala's red carpet, flaunting them all night long in photos. But don't be fooled, okay? There's no way that Kim could have grown those nails overnight. But Katy Perry did come to the rescue. When one fan on Twitter took notice of this moment where Katy Perry was seen admiring Kim's lovely nails, Kim tweeted about how she played a pivotal role in her glamorous manicure, saying, quote, "Katy actually flew my nails on her plane over to me from LA. LOL. They are just glued on." So had to show her. Jeremy, I'm hoping you would do something like that for me.
Yeah, you give me the plane, I'll do anything.
Please, please. It's coming out of my next paycheck. Gotta say, those nails were worth the flight, though, for sure. They looked amazing. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
All right, guys, stay with us. We're breaking down the most daring, dazzling looks from Monday night's Met Gala. Which fashionable celebs stepped up to the plate? Plus, Chrisley Knows best stars Todd, Savannah, and Chase are here live.
And they're teasing all the hilarious family antics to come this season, so stick around.
There they are, the beautiful couple that I am now oddly obsessed with. We are less than 2 weeks away from the wedding of the year, and we're learning more and more about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's celebration of love. So how are they getting around on the big day, and what's the one big wedding tradition Harry and Meghan are actually sticking to? Here with all the details is our royal correspondent, Imogen Lloyd-Webber. Welcome, Imogen.
Thank you very much,
You
Jeremy.
share in my odd obsession. Let's just be clear.
This has been going on for a long time for us now.
So Harry and Meghan are famously non-traditional
Yeah.
in many different ways when it comes to this wedding. We know that we should expect them to buck tradition in some ways, but they're actually going super conventional in one big way. What is this all about?
Well, the big one is that Meghan is the first self-made woman to ever marry into the royal family.
Right.
Not to mention she's a divorced American.
That's a very big deal, right?
Prince Harry, as we know, is a very relaxed royal who doesn't normally stand on ceremony. But the future newlyweds plan to avoid the bad luck superstition of the groom seeing the bride in her dress before the ceremony. The palace has confirmed that the first time Harry will see Meghan in her wedding gown will be when she walks down the aisle, explaining, quote, that tradition is very important to them.
I like that they're holding on.
Yeah. Harry and Meghan will also be spending the night before their wedding apart, and they will stay at Windsor Castle on the night of their wedding. While details of her dress are being kept under wraps, we also now know that Meghan's father, Thomas Markle, will be walking her down the aisle.
So some developments there.
Yeah.
And one part of Harry and Meghan's wedding day has become a tradition for royals. Definitely not for the rest of us, though.
Definitely not.
After they exchange vows, they will set off from the church on a little parade loop to greet all the fans and subjects that have come out to celebrate. Let's recap the route that they'll take and the new details that have just been announced.
Yeah, Prince Harry and Meghan have selected the Ascot Landau carriage for their procession through Windsor town after their wedding.
I think that one will do.
It's one of
nice.
Yeah, it's one of 5 Ascot Landaus in the Royal Mews. The carriages are used in official and ceremonial state events such as coronations, royal weddings, and state visits. It will take the newly married couple through Windsor town, returning to Windsor Castle, where the first reception is, along the long walk.
Nice.
Storm and Tyrone, father and son, are 2 of the Windsor grey horses who will pull the Ascot Landau carriage on the wedding day.
We even know the name of the
Yeah.
horses.
Of course, it being Britain, they also have to have a wet weather option. That's the Scottish state coat.
All right, and let's move on to some developments in the guest list department. All right, Sarah Ferguson, aka Fergie, has reportedly been invited to the wedding ceremony and the luncheon reception hosted by the Queen that immediately follows. But a source tells the Daily Mail that she was snubbed with no invite to the evening party hosted by Prince Charles. Is this a surprise?
Royals, they're just like us. They have drama over which family members to invite to the wedding.
Who do we put on the list?
Yeah,
Who do we leave out?
Fergie has had some unfortunate revelations appear in the press over the years. She divorced Prince Andrew back in 1996, but they've remained close. Prince Harry gets on really well with their daughters, Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice, and also Fergie. Therefore, although Fergie wasn't invited to William and Kate's wedding in 2011, Harry was determined that she would be allowed to his. Fergie has supposedly made the cut for the ceremony and first reception of 600 guests. Prince Charles is throwing the second evening reception of around 200 guests at Frogmore House, and by all accounts, she hasn't scored an invite to that one.
All right.
Eugenie and Beatrice will go to everything.
All right, so
They're
we'll
best
be
friends.
paying
Yeah.
attention for all of those developments as the day unfolds and the evening unfolds. Another person whose attendance is up in the air, but for very different reasons, Harry's grandfather, Prince Philip. What is the latest there?
Yeah, Prince Philip is still recovering from his scheduled hip replacement surgery on April the 4th. Following the surgery, the palace said that Philip was comfortable and in good spirits. He spent 9 days at the hospital following the operation and was released on April the 13th. The palace has yet to confirm that Philip will be in attendance at Harry and Meghan's wedding. A palace spokesperson said during a briefing on Friday that they, quote, very much hope he will be there, but there'll be guidance closer to the wedding date. Philip is recuperating at Windsor Castle, which is where the wedding will take place, so he luckily wouldn't have very far to travel if he does want to attend any part of the festivities.
All right, now before you go, I have to show this super cute throwback collage of all the couples that got married at Windsor Castle before Harry and Meghan. The royal family's official Twitter posted this. There have been 15 weddings there since 1863, so they're definitely in good company.
Yeah, Prince Edward, the Queen's youngest son, married Sophie Rhys-Jones there in 1999.
Right.
Prince Charles and Camilla had their marriage blessed there in 2005. Other marriages at St George's Chapel include Queen Victoria's eldest son, the future King Edward VII, who wed Princess Alexandra of Denmark in March 1863.
What a photo.
Yeah, that ceremony was attended by the Maharaja of India along with European royals. Now, Harry and Meghan won't be having any foreign dignitaries there. Their wedding is for close family and friends only.
Distinction there for
Yeah.
sure. Looking forward to adding Harry and Meghan to that list and to that photo collage as well. Thank you, as always, Imogen. Good to see you.
Let's check in our question of the day. To celebrate last night's Met Gala, we want to know, what was your favorite look from fashion's biggest night?
All right, one Twitter user says, J-Lo, Blake Lively, Kate Bosworth, and I really did love Kendall Jenner's jumpsuit. All right.
AJ says, obviously, best dressed was Selena and Coach. Wowza.
Jenny writes, I thought SJP lived up to her reputation. Actually, totally true.
Yes,
it was
every
over the
time.
top, but in a great
Yes, every
SJP
time,
way.
every time.
Yeah, who was your favorite?
Rihanna, I'm sorry.
Riri.
You know what's crazy? I had to have not even able to see it the day before the Met Gala. I was already like, Rihanna's
my favorite.
Rihanna's my favorite. She's my favorite.
You know, I loved Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
we're gonna
she's great too.
we're gonna break down a little more of that. We'll check back in later with you with that question of the day. But first, we move on to this. Watch. I mean, basically, should we just make headpieces mandatory for all red carpets moving forward?
Yes, we should.
Yes, please. Of course, Monday night's Met Gala, all about those heavenly bodies and the Catholic imagination. That was a theme. And man, it was a hashtag blessed night. I just say it, I don't write it. But anyway, Sarah Ball, People's Fashion Market Editor, is here to break down all the praiseworthy looks. Thank you for being here.
Hi.
First things first, here we go. Let's just say this. It was amazing. I honestly, we've covered this in the years past. This one was a really good one, wasn't it?
It was so fun. I mean, everyone just like went all out, and I think, you know, the theme, everyone just like went for it. It was really great. Every single look. There wasn't one that you couldn't love.
Yeah.
So can we start with my girl? I feel like the winner, Rihanna. What do you think? Did she win the Met Gala? I feel like she was so on theme.
I mean, Rihanna just kills it every single year, and I think she's like always that one that you look for. She wore Mason Margiela. I mean, she had a papal. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah.
Papal?
Papal.
I mean,
so.
look at that. Like, she looks amazing. The beading on that, I mean,
She's from another planet.
and that cape.
How heavy was
it's
that,
so
though?
dramatic. It looks extremely
She
heavy.
is the Pope on another planet, it turns out. Look at her.
So fun.
So,
killed it.
as we mentioned, as we're seeing, the headpieces ruled the red carpet in many ways. I mean, crowns, veils, in Sarah Jessica Parker's case, a full nativity scene.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell us
Yes.
about that.
So, I mean, she's also another one who you're like, you always look for. She just kills it every single season. So she's wearing Dolce & Gabbana. It's, like you said, a nativity scene on her
Dolce
head.
Gabbana nativity.
I mean, yeah. Can you imagine wearing that for hours?
No, I
And-
can't.
Yeah, I mean, it was gorgeous. She's wearing Sacred Hearts on her embroidered gown, and, you know, it's a cathedral train. So she really,
She did her
nailed
thing.
it, yeah.
I'm gonna go home and watch Sex and the
Yeah.
City. That's what I'm gonna do. Of course, everyone was waiting to see Madonna. Like, you knew that she was gonna come with it, and I feel like this couldn't have been a more perfect theme for her. But was her getup exactly what you expected?
Yeah, it was, in the best way possible. I mean, it's Madonna. She loves to shock us. She loves to make a statement.
Yeah, and theme-wise, you think of like a virgin and all these different things. It's almost like they thought of her. We want her to perform. Now let's create a theme that fits her perfectly. Look at the veil and everything. I mean, she just really did go all in, didn't she?
She did. It was perfect. She partnered with Jean-Paul Gaultier, who she collaborates with for a long time. She looked, I mean, she's just so cool.
The braids or the
She was preparing
ponytails.
days in advance, I saw.
Yeah,
she was
I mean,
getting her hair done in advance. Which to me is, she was
You have to give her
committed.
credit. I mean, there's actually, I think, a crucifix on her crown.
Wow.
She was like really.
It's also kind of a Catholic funeral, perhaps.
Yes, it's a little gothic.
A little goth,
A little
yeah.
gothic.
The one star, though, who always slays at the Met Gala, Blake Lively. This morning I woke up, my wife was looking through, she's like, Blake's my favorite. She's my favorite. She wasn't there with Ryan Reynolds. She certainly was not alone, though. Tell us about her date for the night.
Yeah. So she's wearing $2 million worth of Lorraine Schwartz.
That's a good date. Good date, for sure.
I would say so. I would take it.
Just $2 million, that's it? That's it?
Yeah, just, you know, a little glitter, a little glam.
So she's got the crown thing up top, and then talk about the dress.
So she's wearing Atelier Versace, and it looks like it's like a fitted dress, which, I mean, it's sheer on her thighs, which really shows off her shape, and the cape is just everything. The skirt is amazing.
I also like the color. It's like a bright, kind of a bright thing.
Beautiful. She
looks incredible.
In contrast to like what Madonna had with the darker.
She looks incredible.
Yeah.
Now, a Met Gala first, but certainly not last. My girl Cardi B made her debut alongside designer Jeremy Scott. Why was this such a big deal for her?
Well, I mean, she's pregos, and look at her. Like, I mean, I can't even imagine. She looks amazing as is, but like, I mean, she's in this beautiful gown. She has this headdress.
It's interesting how the head, it almost like frames her face,
It
right?
does,
Like, I
it
don't know, it's
does.
really interesting.
It
Like, she's
does.
got such a really bold look that
Yes,
she has.
I mean,
There was good moments there for her. Did you guys see the picture on Twitter of her and Nicki Minaj having a conversation?
Oh, no, I didn't see.
And they have not been getting along.
Yeah.
But they were talking and they both looked fabulous. And I feel like this was Nicki's
do you think there's
aisle
some
too.
compliments in there?
I feel
They're
like
just
they're on
like,
the same page
we
now
can
and everything
appreciate
should be
each
good.
other.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
when you come and both, ladies show up with these strong looks. She has that amazing, like, bold look and this,
Right,
like, art
right,
piece that she's
right.
wearing. That deserves a
Yeah.
compliment, even from Nicki.
Yeah.
All right, well, while we're showing sort of our praise for other people, let's bow down to a bedazzled Priyanka Chopra. How did her look fit into the theme? Look at this.
I mean, it's really incredible. It just reminds me, this took over 12 artisans to create.
Really?
Yeah, the cross alone took over 50 hours to hand embroider.
Wow.
It's just so incredible. And I loved like the rich velvet. It just kind of reminded me of like, those capes that like, they'd wear down the aisle at church. I don't know.
It
She
kind
just
of, yeah.
looked
She's like this
gorgeous.
goddess. And you know what's interesting about it? It's so different than anything else we saw or that we've seen. And it seems distinctly her, but
Yes.
exactly on theme.
Yes, it does. I agree.
Yeah, wow.
Jeremy, I really thought that you were going to come in today with your day after Met Gala look, but it's all right. It's all right. It's
This
all right.
isn't enough?
It's all right. We
I
got to talk
downplayed
about
it.
the men, though, especially when that man is actually embodying Jesus.
Okay, there he is.
Seems like this theme was tailor-made for Jared Leto. Am I right?
So correct. I mean, he's in Gucci, which isn't a surprise for him. I mean,
Lana.
if anyone's gonna try to be Jesus,
I guess it's almost like when your mom told you to like dress up for Sunday service and you went really overboard and you just went all in and like said, all right, let me just dress like Jesus to go to church.
Do you guys see Lana Del Rey, though?
Oh,
Amazing,
man, yeah.
amazing with
Yeah.
the center, the piece, the knives.
them as a couple that they just on that red carpet was pretty amazing.
I guess this is where you do it. Not my favorite.
He likes to dress up.
What do you
Sorry.
mean? But I feel
Am I allowed to have an opinion?
Look at us attacking him. What do you
let us
mean you
defend.
don't like Lana Del Rey's
Yeah.
outfit?
No,
and
I
Jared
was actually
Leto's?
meaning him more.
Okay,
but,
okay,
yeah.
okay, fine.
I don't know, it's just so weird.
But like, he's a guy having fun.
No, he had
Like,
fun
there are
with
not
it.
very many that do it.
Good
so.
job.
Would you rather him
Yeah.
just wear? Because I saw some of the guys, they were just in black. Would you rather him just not embrace?
He stood out, and Jared Leto always stands out.
Okay.
Good for him.
All right, all right.
Really not allowed to have an opinion. All right, so let's go from Jesus, get ready, here's the transition, to an angel. Let's talk about Katy Perry. Look at those wings that probably weighed like 30 pounds. We were talking about Cardi B's dress weighing
Yeah,
35 pounds.
yeah.
Those look pretty heavy.
Yeah, definitely.
They're incredible. She's in Atelier Versace. These wings I spanned over 6 feet. And they're so large that she actually, when she was like trying to enter, she had to turn sideways and like back up and readjust and like enter that way.
What are these-
But like she's Katy Perry.
We were talking
She
about this.
looks-
What do these people do when they go inside?
Yeah,
right?
'cause
Like,
you know
how do you
what?
manage all
You
that?
know what? We always notice everybody on the stairs.
Yes.
And then it's like, once they go inside, what's happening?
Like, somebody's got to be taking
I
those
feel
wings
like
off, right?
A part of me feels like they just walk up the stairs and walk back down. and they
"Leave."
go on, and that's it.
So look, nowadays it's not the Met Gala without the Jenner clan, of course. Kim Kardashian West, Kylie, Kendall, Kris Jenner. They all rock the carpet. Everyone had a different look. Let's start with Kim. Did she nail it? What do we think?
Yeah,
With
I
Kim K.
mean, Kim does Kim, and it's like I guess like sexy Catholic. Like she's in Atelier Versace. She has 2 crosses on the gown, but I think Kim knows how to dress for Kim.
It's funny because in this environment, she was kind of understated.
Yeah,
right?
she
I mean,
really
and
was.
normally
She really
she's
was.
sort of, in some ways over the top, or she grabs everyone's eye. But here, I mean, she looked great, but not at all the most over the top.
Agreed.
Not
I
a-
was
not a Jared
little
Leto.
Not a Jared
underwhelmed.
Leto level response for me.
Kylie Jenner and Travis had a date night, but they seemed a little off theme. Sarah, what do you think about this? I mean, I don't know.
I like
but,
the look, but-
every time I look at something, I'm like, well, let me see what this could have to do with the theme, and I'm just trying to figure it out. What do you think?
I have to say I agree with you. I mean, they look great. They're wearing custom Alexander Wang, but you have to. They just had a baby. They're new parents. Like maybe they just didn't have time.
It's like a Catholic
to
50
go
Shades
out,
of
they just
Grey
think we can't
theme,
think
maybe,
about it.
combined is what that.
They look
right?
amazing.
Isn't that
Yeah.
kind of, there's some sort of thing in there. I would go 50 Shades when I look at that.
Yes, done.
Right?
Great.
With the leather? Am I
Yeah, yeah.
No?
All
Nothing?
right. All right, 50 Shades. You know what? I'm just gonna let you have that.
All right, Kendall though. She had a different look.
Okay.
Was she fitting into the heavenly category? What do we think?
mean, and
Did you like? It's angelic.
Listen, here's
yeah.
the thing. They all looked amazing. There wasn't anybody to me that I saw that didn't look amazing. But mind you, I've never been to the Met Gala, so I don't really know. But I feel like if you're going to go with the theme and everything, shouldn't you be going all in?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was cool that she chose to go a different route than most of them. It was, like you said, more of the ethereal. It was really pretty. She's wearing Off-White by Virgil Abloh. I mean, if you look at the pants, though, there's like little like fluttering like trails. They're almost like capes for her little pants. It was really pretty.
It's a very
seems
soft
like something
look.
you could wear to any event.
red carpet, any event. Yeah,
yes,
right. Yeah.
So you'll see me in that. Yeah. Another co-chair of the night who we have to touch on for sure, Amal Clooney in those pants. Sorry, but George who? Sarah, how do you think that this outfit fit in with the theme?
I mean, it's beautiful. It's so stunning. She's wearing a London-based designer who actually recently won the Queen Elizabeth II Award for the British design. And it's Richard Quinn. The fabric is beautiful. It's foil was it like
at the top, right?
Skirt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, it was very noisy on the carpet.
Oh, really?
Just like
Yes.
Like
but
orange, you have like the swooshy pants, but in fashion. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like the richness of it was just so beautiful, the colors, and I guess George was overheard joking about how, it was a large skirt that the children were.
Yeah, one thing I love about George and her together is that he always he's a star that commands so much, but she just shines and he lets her shine. I mean, he's there in his
I love
tux
that.
and he's doing his thing and just letting her
George
shine.
who?
George who was
Exactly.
exactly right. So, okay, last, certainly not least, we can't do a fashion recap without talking about the one and only J-Lo, Jenny from the block, bringing her best in my opinion. This was one of my favorites. Again, this morning with my wife, I'm looking through and I'm just like, oh, I like that. Is it just because I'm infatuated with J-Lo or did she actually hit it on a fashion note?
I mean, J-Lo does J-Lo. I love that she did it in her own. She did the theme, but she was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this my way.
It's like this mosaic thing.
Yeah, she's wearing balmain. She looks incredible. There's cool feathers at the bottom. J-Lo just knows how to rock a red carpet.
It almost looks like
Yeah.
it almost looks like glass or something. Like
Yeah.
it's like honing like that
something you
Catholic
see
church
inside
glass
the
window.
windows.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I like this because it was like it was quintessentially J-Lo, right?
Yes.
Like it's stunning, it's sexy, all that, but it stuck with the theme, and but it's still like an art
In her
piece
own
in and
way,
of
yes.
its own in its own way. Yeah, look at her.
I wonder how long they start working on these outfits in advance.
Oh my gosh! I honestly, I feel like starting today, they start for
they're
next
starting
year.
for next year for sure.
Yes.
Anyway,
yes.
Sarah, this has been great. Thank you.
Yeah.
We could just
Thank
look
you.
at these pictures all day, and in fact, we have been. Thanks for breaking that all down. If you want more Met Gala breakdowns, you can head to people.com/style. There you go. All right, now we go backstage with Adam Rippon, who has given us all the deets on his high-scoring performance during Monday night's Dancing with the Stars.
Adam received rave reviews from the judges and earned an impressive 37 out of 40 for his quick step routine. Adam is killing it on this show.
Yeah,
Jeremy
I
is.
agree with you 100%, but it's not always easy showing up to those all-day rehearsals.
This week almost cracked me.
Yes.
There was a day that I was supposed to leave my house at 6:30. That's the time I woke up. And I wasn't packed because we needed to go to the airport from the rehearsal studio, so.
And he lives an hour and a half away. So it was a great day. It was our meltdown day, we named it.
Yeah, so I had a meltdown day, but you know what? We made it through. I was able to wear a cool suit.
Super
so
cool. You should have
Everything's
been,
fine.
I think it was like an ode of the Met Gala.
Yes, it was.
You're like, I'm gonna wear a fancy suit.
Yeah, I was like, tonight's the Met Gala. Rihanna's gonna dress up like the Pope, and I'm gonna wear roses.
Even miles and miles away, Adam Rippon still channels that Met Gala inspo.
Yeah, I love his honesty about the whole thing. It might not have been the easiest week of rehearsals, but all the hard work definitely paid off. Here's more of what the Olympian had to say about his week and big night on stage with pro partner Jenna Johnson.
I think every week has a new challenge, and so the quick step was pretty hard this week, just endurance-wise and the steps, but I think we're ready for week 3.
I'm ready for week 3.
Same. New week, new dance.
Bruno Tongoli.
More than that, my dear. 10!
We got a 10, and it was only week 2. I cannot believe it. I don't think that's ever happened in the history of week 2s, so I'm very happy.
I don't know. It was crazy. I mean, I was stressing out about the quick step, but it was awesome. Mariah got a 10, we got a 10, we got a 10 in the team dance.
Oh yeah, we got 2 10s tonight.
Yeah, Jenna,
Wow.
don't forget about that other 10.
It's been a long day.
Rashad Jennings.
We've just been focusing on putting together our best dances and having fun. Our schedule's been crazy, everything's been crazy, the dances have been crazy, but we just try to have fun every single time we go into the rehearsal studio and every single time we get onto the main stage. I think we've been leaning on a few people.
I think each other, first and foremost.
Yes.
I think our boyfriends have also helped the process of staying sane throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. And I think that also I've been, looking to Mariah because we've had the same crazy schedule. But you know what? More than anything, I think that we've been leaning on each other to try to get through this whole process and enjoy it. It's crazy, but it's gonna be over in the snap of a fingers. Is that like the expression?
A blink of an eye.
Blink of an eye.
There
That's
it is.
it.
Got it.
Snap of a finger.
What are you doing?
We're working out. What does it look like we're doing?
Mama, I don't know what you're actually doing. But I mean, when I walk in and see your legs in the air and some guy that looks like this gentleman.
Well, you want me to get in shape?
Yeah, that didn't mean split the lily.
No, hush.
I'm the kind of guy that kind of lives and lets live. I'm not going to try to give you an opinion about your life, but when it comes to my mother being groped by some guy who is 7 feet tall and is massaging my mother's legs, that doesn't work for me.
You want to sign me up? Maybe she needs a partner.
Here we go.
A family that works out together stays together, right?
It's definitely
Chrisley
true.
Knows Best is returning for season 6, and we can't wait to see what the hilarious Chrisley clan is up to next.
All right.
Here to give us all the scoop on the new season is Todd, Savannah, and Chase. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining us today. I am the biggest fan of your show. I feel
Can we just
bad.
say this? But yes, Megan, as soon as she found, this is her first date, she's co-hosting and filling in, and as soon as she found out it was you guys, honestly, this excitement for being
Listen,
here went through the roof.
So I had the flu once, like for the first time ever in my life, and I was like, you go through that stage where you're like feeling like you're dying, and then you like feel good enough to watch TV, and there was a marathon of the show. So then I literally went back and started from season 1, so I'm completely caught up, and I'm excited for season 6.
I love it.
And to see your growth and everything over the years, what has been some of the challenges, through from season 1 to season?
I would say just the amount of people that pay attention to us.
Right.
We went from having no one really caring about who we were, and now there are tons of people, and it just makes it hard to create new friends and to be in a relationship and just trusting people because you never really know what someone's intentions are.
Right.
Yes, and a lot going on. The 100th episode coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Very exciting stuff. What can fans expect? And more importantly, that you really want to know, is Nanny Faye still the big boss of the fam?
I'm low-key upset that Nanny Faye is not here. I want to know, is she gambling somewhere? Because I know she has a gambling problem.
She is gambling.
Okay.
I mean, I have her on my Find a Friend app, and so I tracked her this morning.
Wait, what?
Yes, I tracked her this morning. Oh, yeah. You have to. She's the worst child I've ever tried to raise. She literally is the worst child.
And she's literally gambling.
She's at the Gold Strike Casino.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Hey, Nanny Faye, we know where you are. We know what you're doing.
So
Send help, someone.
This aspect of your dad, we're all familiar with from the show. How do you guys love it? On the low, you have to love it a little bit.
No,
It's nice to
He's
have.
caring, right, Chase?
Yeah, it's nice to have in there, but yeah, it gets annoying.
A little bit.
I will say he's died down a little bit. Growing up, like, Grayson is going to have it so much easier, and I am so happy for him.
Do you think?
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you think?
Yes,
You're just,
but,
like, letting loose
that's
a
a
little?
good thing.
Yeah.
Yes, he's letting loose a little bit.
Is Grace
But-
and Chloe, my girl Chloe?
Yes.
Okay.
Chloe is amazing.
Who is the most like the Todd? I mean, who's got the trait?
The Todd.
Yeah.
Oh, can we change your Twitter to at the
At
Todd?
the
Yes.
Todd. Wait, who
I
is
feel
which?
like there are different traits. Whenever it comes to, like, the mouth and things like that, it's Chase.
Yeah, 100%.
But whenever it comes to making sure things are done, kind of, and just organized, I would say I get that from him.
Okay.
Right.
That's just me.
I would agree.
Everyone's got their thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Savannah, you mentioned a little bit about relationships and about knowing if you're in the right or with the right person because of who you are now. And I know that you said, and I quote, "dodge the bullet" with your last relationship, but now you have a new boo, Nick.
Yes.
How are things going?
Oh, they're awesome. I mean, I couldn't ask for it to be any better. It's, I'm gone. I don't have any worries of what he's doing, who he's with, and that's a good thing. It's just a healthy relationship, and
do you like Nick, Todd?
Yeah, that's the big question.
I do. Listen, I do, but I liked the last one.
Okay.
So,
Right.
Todd, why do you say
Liked.
when a new man?
I still,
You no longer like
no,
him,
you
Todd.
do not.
I'm not talking bad about anyone's child.
He's not a child.
Unless it's mine.
Okay.
But I think that, the ex is a young guy, NBA, made a lot of money, and he's doing exactly what NBA players do.
But it's no excuse.
It's absolutely no excuse.
But not that's surprising, maybe you're saying.
It was not shocking to me. I mean, hell, when you crawl in bed with a snake, don't bitch when it bites.
You knew it.
So,
It was shocking.
come on now.
But at the end of the day, we just don't give it any life anymore.
That's
okay?
right.
I say I'm
I
going to
feel
date
you.
a man, not a boy, and so you leave the boys in the background
See,
and
you
move
just
forward.
shaded right there.
I'm just saying.
And then as women, I know it's like when we're done with you, we want the whole family to be done.
Exactly.
So you guys
100%.
you guys better not still talk to him, all right?
No,
I'm just kidding.
no.
Todd, what do you say when a new man comes into her life? What do you say to the guy? Is there something you put him through in terms of a test or something?
I'm to the point that don't bring them to me. Do not bring them to my house. Don't bring them to my table until you know that this is not going to be wasting my time.
Okay.
You may have time to waste. I don't. I'm 50. So
by the time it's at that level, it needs to be
something that you've been seeing someone for a minute, and y'all are now official on Instagram. That's the thing. If you're official on Instagram,
Post that picture.
y'all celebrating your 50th wedding anniversary.
My thing is that's going to be the first thing I do is bring them to meet my parents. Because if you don't get along, it's at least you know right off the bat this is not going to work.
That's the last thing that I would do.
Okay, so you're
that's
not
because of the
saying
people he dates. He don't waste my time.
Well, let's talk about the people that Chase dates. I know, I grew up in a house full of women, right? So I feel like the way parents are with their daughters are a little different than they are with their
100%.
sons.
Especially dads.
Is that
Such a double standard?
So how do you deal with the women that Chase brings home?
Well, Chase,
or if he
doesn't bring them home.
He's never brought a girl home. Ever.
Never, Chase?
Never.
Are you worried about your dad's reaction to anyone that you may ever bring home?
No, because you can't satisfy him.
Okay,
That's
so
not
you
true.
already know the expectation is
Yeah.
not going to be happy.
I will say that you can satisfy him to an extent. I don't think he's ever gonna be, but part of it's letting us go.
I look at it this way. They have been raised by a woman who is absolutely one of the finest human beings that's ever walked.
Julie.
Yeah.
She has taken care of her children. She's an excellent wife. She's an excellent mother. She's an excellent, daughter-in-law. She's an excellent friend. They have someone in front of them that is a great person to look to say, okay, well, this is kind of what I should look towards for Chase.
And I look for the male version of my mother.
Okay, so you.
Okay.
You know why? Because she doesn't want to be with herself.
No, because I'm too much like him. So
Right,
you
okay.
can't have two of us to make it work.
Let's talk about this really quickly. Todd, your adorable granddaughter Chloe has returned to the show full time. What's it like having Chloe back?
Well, Chloe's always been with us.
Yeah.
She's been with us since she was 6 months old. She just wasn't on the show.
Right.
And now she's old enough to understand that it's a show and that she wants to be involved and she enjoys filming. And, we're blessed. Listen, I say God gives you what you never knew you needed. Right. And we needed that. I mean, she has literally changed our life in so many different ways. She's opened our minds to so many things that we didn't even know existed.
She's amazing.
And
Now I have a nail partner.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the best thing.
What has she opened your mind to? What do you mean?
Well, I think that, contrary to most people's belief, I am a white male.
Oh, okay, right. Surprise.
I get accused of being a
So
black
surprised.
female all the time. So, I think that, we had never dealt with racism.
Okay.
And we have learned that it's a very prevalent situation in this country. And we learned that, unfortunately, the hard way with negative things that were said about her on social media. So at that point, we made a conscious decision that she is our child. She is our family member. And we're not going to be a part of anything that causes her to feel less than.
That's fantastic.
100%.
Wow,
I love
great.
that. I love that. And I know originally, because I remember there was a gap in the show where she was on the show and then she wasn't on the show. And I believe there was some kind of issue going on with her biological
My
father, who
son.
is your son.
Yes.
How are things now with you guys?
Fine. He's doing great. You know, he just built a new home. He's doing his own thing. He's
Amazing.
working, and he's out of the. You know, he's not in the spotlight. But you know, Chloe is with us, and you know, my hopes are that as time progresses, that those that she will know who her daddy is. She knows who her daddy is.
Right.
And their relationship will change at some point.
All right, let's break it down here before we let you guys go.
Oh, here, this is my favorite part.
We know your fans always want to get to
Favorite
know
part.
you guys a little bit better. What better way to do it than with a little People Now family confess sesh? I will give
Confess
you,
sesh.
I will bestow upon you, you can hold it, the jar of questions. Take a question, and whoever wants to answer it, then pass it on, and away we go.
Okay, so do I?
Yep, so you start.
Let's see,
Here
what
we
do
go.
we have?
Who's
I didn't write these.
Who's most likely to corrupt Nanny Faye? Chase.
Chase.
Really?
Can I just,
I mean, she'll corrupt me though.
Can I just say that
Like,
time
I've
she
learned
hurt
from
her
her.
foot and fell off of the wheelchair, I was like,
Poor Nanny Faye.
Yeah.
I love her, but I was like, you can't help but laugh, but I just love,
Oh, just wait till this season.
Okay, it gets worse.
If you liked that one, there's a
A
lot.
lot more to go.
This season. She shares a lot more with the world this season than we ever thought.
Oh,
Okay, who's next?
Which Chrisley family member is the most spoiled? That would be between
Grayson.
Grayson, Savannah,
Chloe.
and Chase.
Oh, okay, well.
No, it's Grayson.
Chase, they don't let you.
I know.
All right, you got one.
Who's the worst driver? Savannah.
No, it's my mama. Grayson will tell you my mama is
Oh,
awful.
you're going to take the word of an 11-year-old.
It is. He's 12.
Savannah, how many cars have you wrecked?
How many cars has mama wrecked?
We're talking about
Still a lot,
We're
even
talking
by
about
comparison.
you. And at the end of the day, your mother did train you to drive.
So it goes
what
on.
she learned it
I think we're out of time with that. Be careful out down the roads, everybody,
Exactly.
especially around where these guys
on
live.
the subway.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. And guys, of course, make sure to watch Chrisley Knows Best when it returns tonight on the USA Network.
Yes,
we will
yes.
be watching.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. Let's check in on the
Let's
question of the
check
day,
in.
shall we?
Yes, let's do it. One last time in honor of last night's Met Gala. We asked you guys, what was your favorite look from fashion's biggest night?
Did you have any favorites? Did you see any? You guys?
No.
Kim.
I think
Kim K?
Looked great.
Kim K.
Sleek,
I'm just,
kind of a.
no matter what, I just say Rihanna. Even if
Riri.
I haven't seen it, I'm just like,
Well,
it's
I mean,
Rihanna.
Wendy gave me the crown that looks just like Rihanna's today. So
Oh, yeah?
I'm kind of feeling it.
Wendy Williams?
Yes.
Oh, that's
I'm
great.
feeling it.
All right, one Twitter user writes, Zendaya and Solange, they were over the top and kind of crazy, but I loved it. And that's a good way of sort of explaining a lot of what we saw last night. Over the top, but loved it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Megan, it's been
Yes.
so good.
Thank
so we talk about you really
It's my
quickly.
first day, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, co-hosting,
It's good.
filling in, it's so good. And by the way, you have a new single
Yes,
that
I
I've been
do.
listening to all day, and you guys need to listen to it
Yes.
as well. Here it is. Let's take a little listen. Years in the making, and tell me about it.
I'm officially signed to Interscope Records. I'm putting out a DJ album with Tory Lanez and Hood Celebrity, so that's my first single. So,
Love it.
yes,
Congratulations.
yes.
And to compare that, I'm having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch.
yes.
So right there with you. Guys, coming up tomorrow from the new Hulu series All Night, Jen McAllister and the cast are going to join us live from LA, sharing all the high school hijinks that we can expect this season. Lots of hijinks, it turns out, going on. Plus, SNL superstar Kenan Thompson opening up about fatherhood, sharing why you won't be leaving the sketch show anytime soon. You will not want to miss that.
Thanks for watching, and for now, we leave you with one last thing from actress Sarah Rue.
Have a great day, guys.
So, hi, I'm Sarah Rue, and this is One Last Thing. So, the last show I binge watched was the new Queer Eye on Netflix, and I'm literally counting on those men to unify our country. I think it's our only hope. The last time my daughter made me laugh was on Monday night. We ended up in the ER because she smashed her head open, and they had to glue her little forehead back together, and I told her that she had to hold still or otherwise she would have a big scar, and she really didn't want to let them put glue on her face, but she said, okay, I'll do it, Mom, but I'm gonna need some Skittles. And it made me laugh so hard. My last big splurge, I bought kind of a fancy, expensive dress to wear last night to the series premiere of a series of unfortunate events, and then I freaked out about how much it was. I returned it, and I wore a much cheaper dress.